Yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Welcome back, and it is me once again in my 100 battle challenge. Driving the T-34, which I recently finished getting 100 battles in. I'm Redshire. Logged into Redshire? Spawned into Redshire. This is what happens when I do 5 or 6 videos in a row. I start getting diarrhea of the mouth. South spawn, headed over to the east side, and I find this guy. What about this guy? Nope, can't quite get there. I like that spot for initial shots, but you need to be very careful you don't stay there too long. You saw that return fire. There's a new spot up here. You can see it now, that little open spot where TDs will sit or other tanks, or even maybe right on this area here if they're up on the hill in this bush. There's a tree you can knock over in some bushes. If you hang around up there too long, you may take some shots, especially depending on how tall your tank is. Additionally, Artie can sneak a shot in there depending on where they're set. So I look for shots there, but if I don't have it and I get spotted, I get out of there. There's no reason to give up hit points. It's a decent high-risk kind of initial shot point, but there's no reason to sit there too long. I come up on the rock a little bit there, so this tank does struggle a bit with gun depression, so you have to be careful about kicking your hole up in the air. Looking at the Panzer 4D, I sort of lose track of what this guy's doing, and he does something I wasn't really expecting here in a minute. So I'm like, oh, he's going to come around the corner. Maybe I can get this T-Martyr thing. No, oh, holy cow, there's that guy. And I back out. That's an 01. He will end me in one shot. No reason to joust with that guy. There's another shot coming in at me, or maybe going in at the Hutzer. He's exposed right there, so he's going to crawl up behind there and hide. I didn't realize the Panzer 4H thing was on that little ramp, but I ended up bouncing that amazingly. Decent armor on this thing for a tier 5 medium, and it was well angled, so he probably shot into my front plate on the angled part, even though I was a little bit overexposed on my sprocket on the side of the tank. Get a little track on him, so now I'm just going to work him on the back corner here and avoid his turret. So if I don't pull out too much, I don't have any shots from his turret on me, and I'm able to take him down. And I'll back on out of that. Oh, there's a big old shot. That 01 experimental. See how slow that thing was coming on in there? Looking at the 01, see if we can get a shot on him. I'm going to have a hard time pinning this guy. And, ooh, got one. There you go. And that was probably all I wanted to do. Another pop out there. Another over-aggressive pop may have ate an HE shot coming back in. Now I'm trying to get up high enough that I can start working on the experimental. There we go. Getting a little higher. There he is. He's looking at me. Oh, man, that was lucky. Backed up just in time, and it should take him a lot of reload. I'm probably going to get at least 2 shots in on him before he gets one. There we go, and we'll back out. And I know the 01 is still there. Churchill's pushing in. I'm going to cut right to put some terrain between me and the 01 right there. He fires, and here I go. I am worried about taking shots from the side, so I considered going down to the 01 side, but I decided to come around this way to minimize the amount of shots I can have on me from behind in the hill. A shot on him, get one in there. Being a little indiscriminate, so I'll go ahead and shoot. Try to go for the turret, doesn't work. It gives me the side, that's good. You see if the little 57mm just kind of takes forever to whittle down a high hit point heavy. One thing I was hoping for is maybe get into his ammo rack, but of course I don't do a lot of damage, so the module damage is not going to be super high. There's the artillery firing in on me, at least one of the 3 that are left. I'll use the side of that. One of the reasons I go along the side of that is to make a arty shot as difficult as possible. Any kind of back edge like that is going to make it difficult. And then I get spotted by the scout. I'm thinking, oh crap, crap, crap. And I'm worried about 3 artillery. There's one. Thank goodness he missed. Somebody else shot at me from above. And I noticed the Covenator's back in the back. MA81 is up there. Covenator's back in the back near the cap, and our 3485 is back there working on him, so I decided to flex back this way. I'll just leave the M4A1 for a while. There's a big push. All our guys, standard act, they've won a flank, so they just continue to push in like morons. So I'll move back this way. The Covenator is dead, and then I find out that the 2001 somehow got by, and that kind of surprises me. I have no idea. They must have come down low like I am right here, or something. How they got by us over there, I'm not sure, so they must have come from a different direction. In any event, they're out there. Hanging out by the cap, attempting to, I don't know, do what, or do what, I don't know. I don't know, do what. There's that scout. He's been spotted by the KV-1. They killed the Churchill. Now I'm going to work my way back here to the middle point. Nobody's been over at the castle for a while, so I'm a little bit concerned the Luke's maybe over there. But I know that the M8A1 thing is over here. Kind of a blind shot. Wasn't getting a highlight on. Wasn't sure what it was. I think he was down below the hill a little bit. And then I find the Luke's. Perfect. There he is. His Luke's is up. See what I did there? Oh, shoot on the run. Don't get him. And I have spammed all my gold. All the golds have been spammed. Luke's is running off, and now it's just hunting down artillery. I was going to just come up and over right there, but I decided to use a little bit more of the bush. And I'd like to get a little bit closer to the Luke's. I think he's right around here, so there he goes. And better than that, I find an LEFH. Fantastic. Always fun to kill these things. And kill stealer! Oh, I missed. Trying to auto-aim. Didn't quite get there. Down he goes. Luke's is running off. Miss him. Although that shot was pretty well on line. It went right where he was. Just went behind him. I guess incorrectly that the 13F3 thing is in this little pit, but he's not. So I wanted to clear that first anyway. So clear that, and then I'll just move up here kind of like Pac-Man. I cleared the one spot. He's not there, so he's got to be over here. Ended up finding him. Luke's is out of the way, so I'll just charge him. I miss. Auto-aim, miss. Splashes. Now we're hitting. There we go. There we go. He's not going to reload in time. Oh, dang it. 3045 gets the kill. Am I going to get Luxie here with this guy, or what's going to happen? You see what I'm doing there? Oh, not quite. He's machine gunning me, and down he goes. For the third kill. 1,641, 265 assists. Ends up being an ace tanker. Bottom tier, I believe. Yes? No? No, bottom... Well, 2 tier. Bottom tier of a 2-tier battle. On Redshire, and like most ace games with a medium, quite active all over the map. That's the kind of thing you've got to do with a medium, is be flexible. Come in and help the heavies and the big hitters finish things off, harass them from different angles, and then flex back somewhere else and show up in places that the enemy really isn't expecting you to, instead of just blindly pushing forward. Pretty decent medium play. At low tier, of course. I did enjoy that one. That was quite a fun game. They always are when it's being an active kind of participant running around the battlefield and things are working out. You know, had the 01 or even that 01 experimental taken a blap at me early, it could have been a completely different story. So I'm glad that 01 experimental missed me. But like I say, it's not necessarily that you got lucky, it's what you did with it afterwards. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate it. Keep support of the channel coming, and we will see you.